to have some kind of a government formed before you could have an election by the people. So George Washington was the first elected by the people, which they don't tell you that in the history books. They just tell you George Washington was the first president of our country. Now, I don't have enough of these copies of the paper with me. You guys are homeschool, you're going to have to share them. There is an article in here with the first 8 presidents listed. And so right now I'm doing an article on, I'm up to my 3rd president this month. So
they came in all different sizes. If you look at how big this one is, look at the little ones on there. They're all made the same way. But again, beads came along later. The fur trade era ended in the U.S. in about 1840, because by then the same thing happened here as what happened in Europe. The beavers had all been trapped. In fact, by the time of the U.S. Civil War, they were practically extinct. So they've made a comeback today, obviously.
Many of those pieces are over 1,000 years old. They're from dehydrated pregnant horses, where they collect concentrated urine for the hormones, and the byproduct is urea. And these horses, more often than not, lose their babies or have stillbirths because they are dehydrated. So that is how your genes are dyed today, with urea, which
let's go over there. What do those taste like? Mom, are you out? Okay.
a number of years later. But so they would go out to their land, sleep in tents, so they could do what? What had to come next? Work on their house. What did they use for their houses?
Okay. Now, what I do is I want them to lay on that line right there. So I go to the end of the line and I poke my needle through. Now watch, when I pull this tight, these beads are going to lay right on top of those other beads. See, there they go. And see, they just lay right there and they lay flat. Then you come up next to it where you went in, on the next row of beads. And you're going to come back up. There we go. And then you just keep doing that until you've filled your pattern in. Now down